What it do? What it do? Oh, it's on. It's on. Testing the mic and whatnot. Y'all already know how it go. You see the title. About to share the screen. And no, I don't think Jaden Quaintance is coming back at all. I do not think Jaden Quaintance is coming back.
Sounds like Tyron Stokes is going to be taking another visit to Kentucky sometime soon. Cats aren't out of the race yet, and this one's getting weirder and weirder by the day. And then to wrap up the show, I'm going to give you my thoughts on Kentucky versus Texas A&M. Maybe not the best matchup for UK, but I think they are in the right headspace rolling.
It doesn't matter who we match up against because we have the tools to adapt to any situation, as we've clearly proven.
Into this matchup. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel is giving you a way to turn that energy into even bigger potential wins with a college basketball parlay profit boost. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. Thank you guys so much for making Locked On Kentucky your first listen every single day here on the Locked On Podcast Network, the #1 sports podcast networks.
I actually don't recommend this podcast. I don't really like this guy, but he gives us content to react to, so I guess he's all right.
Subscribe.
His takes, not really. I don't even think Jaden Quaintance is coming back.
Wherever you are tuned in. Let's go ahead and get into it. Jaden Quaintance could be returning for Kentucky. According to KSR, specifically Jack Pilgrim of KSR, Jaden Quaintance is working towards a return before Kentucky's postseason push. KSR learned earlier today. The details you can find behind the KSR paywall, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not going to dive too much into it, but as Pilgrim mentioned on Twitter, this is happening. He is making an attempt at coming back, and we can sit here and speculate as to why he's coming back now or if he's finally healthy. I don't want to get into all of that, especially with the
I think if he is coming back, it'd be for political reasons. I mean, I feel like he was not fine the entire time, but he could have definitely, I feel like, played.
Comments that his father has made as of late, and some of the
a lot of people talking about what his father is saying. I'm surprised this is getting mainstream.
Different speculation online about, well, is he dropping in mock drafts and now is he coming back? Like that, I don't put any sort of credence or legitimacy into those conversations. All I care about right now is he is trying to play, and what does that do for Kentucky? I have continued to say, and I will continue to say it. Man, I've been talking about this all the way since like last May or June. I've been talking about this for a long time. I still believe that a fully healthy Jaden Quaintance completely changes the way that Kentucky basketball operates game in and game out for the better. And we got to see in that St. John's game just how physically dominant and how controlling he can be in a matchup, especially whenever you go up against a team like St. John's who have a very strong front court and like to drive to the rim. They were not able to effectively do much of anything against Kentucky when Jaden Quaintance was out on the floor. He also was able to make his mark on the offensive end. Yes, he didn't look that good in the few games coming after that win against the Red Storm. However, I think that it's clear he was still recovering from that ACL surgery. The knee swelling was a problem, and he's been sitting out here for an extended period of time, has not played since January 7th, I believe is the day. And here he is.
I believe that was St. John's too.
Is now trying to get back into shape, ready to go to possibly play.
He's been trying to get back into shape.
Play for Kentucky in the postseason. There's been a lot of conversation on Twitter. Again, like I mentioned, about the speculation of the timing of this, the comments that have been made recently. There's been a lot of negativity. I don't care about any of that. And frankly, I don't care for any sort of conversation saying he shouldn't deserve or he doesn't deserve to be back in this rotation or he should not play. I think that anytime you have the opportunity to add a NBA player who is 90% or better health to your rotation, even if it's for 8 to 10 minutes a game, you should absolutely do that, especially knowing what Kentucky has at center. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. And I feel bad for Garrison here because, again, this is not a comment on who he is as a person. This is just a comment on his play this season. He's been bad. He has not been a plus to this rotation defensively, rebounding, scoring efficiency. He hasn't been anything that you would like your backup center to be. He hasn't been anything that you would like your 5 to be. He has just been a poor player. And
I'm glad someone's saying it.
This rotation, and frankly, one of the worst players when it comes to on-off splits. You just can't really do a whole lot with him on the floor because of the
At all. And mention his turnovers as well.
Inconsistent energy, and again, the lack of efficient scoring inside. No post-up presence whatsoever. He's just got no touch. He doesn't rebound the ball consistently. Getting Jaden Quaintance on the floor instead of that, I don't know how you spin that negatively. It can only be a positive if Jaden Quaintance, one of the best defenders in college basketball a season ago, is on the floor and is at 90% health or better, which I'm assuming if he spent all this time out with knee swelling, he's probably close to good to go, and he's going to be practicing here soon if he is actually wanting to play. And that's the thing that separates JQ from maybe some of these previous players that have come through UK, specifically Shaedon Sharpe is who everybody continues to mention, saying that, well, Shaedon Sharpe clearly didn't want to play. He used us. He took the money. He used us in our ability to develop him. He got in. He got out. He never played a minute of UK. And I think a lot of people are scarred from that. But it's clear he was nearly rushed back.
That is definitely using people. When I say people, I mean an organization.
Because of, I truly do believe his desire to play this year. And now he's trying.
He does have that fire when he plays. You saw it in the game against St. John's. He definitely wanted to be there, and he was instantly electric. It didn't take much to get him warm.
To go at it again. And I think you have to give him some sort of respect for that because, again, speculation about mock drafts and where he's at in the NBA draft aside, I mean, like, this is a risk for him and his future, and it's not really much of an impact for him, right? Like, this doesn't.
And why is it wise to invest in somebody coming off an ACL injury?
Do a whole lot for him to come back for 4 or 5 games, but it does a ton for Kentucky. And so I really do appreciate that because defensively, it completely changes what they want to do on the floor. Offensively, I think it gives you a more efficient player around the rim, somebody that's got a more consistent post-up presence than Garrison. It's going to give you a player that if he wants to get out there this badly, the assumption is that he wants to give the energy and effort needed for Kentucky to have meaningful positive minutes at the 5. So you're getting somebody that's going to give you effort, be more efficient, be better defensively. I mean, this is just a positive for the Cats. And he's probably not going to play a ton. That's the big problem, I think, that some people have had on Twitter is that they assume that he's going to be taking up some sort of large portion of minutes and he's not healthy. If he's not healthy, he wouldn't be playing or he wouldn't be trying to. He's going to try and fight through whatever health he currently has, even if it is like 80, 85%. I still think that is a net positive for the Wildcats compared to what other options they have. And I hate to dog on a player. It's really hard for me to not sit here and tell you Jaden Quaintance for 10 to 15 minutes a game would be better than Brandon Garrison 10 to 15 minutes a game. That's just where things are at this season. So we'll see if he's able to return to the court quickly, if he is able to make an appearance in the SEC tournament sometime next week. We'll just have to watch. But I am super excited to see JQ back out on the floor, especially if he does really want to play. I'm excited to see the energy and want to that he's going to give this Big Blue Nation and the Wildcats. Big news for Kentucky. Big time news. A lot of positive news right now as we roll into this Texas A&M game. We'll get to that preview later on in the show. But first, some more positive news. Apparently, according to Tyron Stokes' head coach in high school, he's going to be taking another visit to Kentucky sometime soon. Let's dive into all of that here in just a little bit. Before we do that, though,
I'm not thinking about next season right now. We just starting in March. Like, it's March. Just stay focused.
I want to tell you guys about our friends over at FanDuel. College basketball is nonstop. Big games, tight spreads, momentum swings every single night. From early tip-offs to late-night West Coast shootouts, there's always action on the board. And now FanDuel is giving you a way to turn that energy into even bigger potential wins with a college basketball parlay profit boost. You can build any college hoops parlay you want, rivalry games, ranked matchups, whatever fits here for you. You can also mix spreads, totals, and player props to match how you see the slate playing out. Then you can apply the profit boost and instantly bump up the potential payout. Maybe you look at FanDuel here and you say, hey, Kentucky, 1.5-point road dogs here. You want to start a parlay with the Wildcats covering in College Station. You can go safe. You could go bold. You could ride with the team you've been following all season in the Cats. It's your parlay, your style, and now with more upside behind it. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com. FanDuel, play your game. Today's episode is also brought to you by Indeed sponsored jobs. Workplace chaos, deadlines stacking up, inbox overflowing, and the one position you have to fill is still sitting open. When the pressure is on and you need the right hire, this is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs. Indeed sponsored jobs helps you reach the people who actually fit what you're looking for. So skills, experience, location. So you're not just hoping the right candidate stumbles across your post eventually. Here's a stat that says it all. In the minute that I've been talking to you, companies like yours have made 27 hires on Indeed. 27 hires, according to Indeed data worldwide. So if you're hiring, spend less time searching and more time interviewing candidates who check all of your boxes with Indeed sponsored jobs. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. Just go to Indeed.com/podcast right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. If you need to hire, this is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs. All right, continuing along here on today's episode of the show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Subscribe if you are not already subbed wherever you are watching or listening. Pause for cold brew. Yeah, the coffee jump scare here on Locked On Kentucky. Like I need any caffeine right now. You already live your team every day. Take it up a level and go ad-free. Join the Everydayer Club today and get Locked On Kentucky with no interruptions, members-only Discord access, and more, all for just $5 a month or $50 a year. Go to lockedonkentucky.supercast.com or check the link in the show notes to learn more. Okay. This has been a wild recruitment for Tyron Stokes. Just an insane, up and down, chaotic recruitment for the number one overall player in the class of 2026. A very interesting piece of news dropped earlier today on Twitter, and everybody's been freaking out about it. According to, I believe you could find this at Rivals or On3, Tyron Stokes is reportedly planning another trip.
Why are you saying like somebody died? What's up with him?
To the University of Kentucky. He wants to take a second visit after his season ends. My assumption is, considering his team has already in the playoffs, that will be in the next 2 or 3 weeks or so. His high school coach said, quote, Tyron is in the process of setting up another visit after his high school season. That is crazy. Oh, this is from Jack Pilgrim and Paul Biancardi, who is ESPN's national director of recruiting. So there's your source. It's legitimate. And then a blurb here from On3. Could the momentum be shifting back in Kentucky's favor for the number one recruit in the class of 2026? Tyron Stokes wouldn't be in the process of scheduling a follow-up visit to Lexington if his commitment to Kansas was a foregone conclusion, the way it was thought to be in recent months. The Jayhawks had taken over as the overwhelming favorite this winter after the Wildcats' lead over the fall. Now his high school coach at Rainier Beach says no decision is coming for Stokes anytime soon, and that the top-ranked wing is actually planning a trip back to Lexington.
That means he's looking for the biggest check.
Once his senior season comes to an end, his coach said he is not in a rush to make a decision. He is looking.
I like the stream if you in here. I like the stream if you in here.
For the best fit. I've continued to say, and I will continue to say, this recruitment is not over until you see Tyron Stokes himself announce where he is going. It sounds like we are a long ways away from any sort of major announcement. This is probably going to come after Kentucky's season is long done. And you know what? I'm here for it. Even if Kentucky doesn't get him, I'm here for the ride. This has been one weird recruitment for the number one overall player. And he is, by all accounts, the most talented player in the class and the only one that's really like the next level, nearly generational type talent. And I'm glad Kentucky's still in the race for him. Because what have we continued to talk about? Kentucky needs talent. It is clear that this roster needed more talent. Yes, they haven't had all the pieces, but this team needed some more talent. And the big stink surrounding Mark Pope is that, well, he can't actually recruit. look, he doesn't have any recruits. Look, he didn't really get the guys that he wanted last offseason. This would be a massive, massive win in Pope's corner if he was able to solidify and earn the commitment from the best player in the class and the only one worth a rip according to national scouts. Yes, there was a lot of great freshman talent, but this class as a whole is viewed as one of the weakest in a very long time by 24/7 Sports, On3, any national recruiting analyst that you would talk to. They would say this class is either a bit weaker or significantly weaker than a lot of what we've seen as of late. And Stokes is the only talent that you look at and say he is worth it. We have discussed the price point, $4 million. We have discussed the attitude. We have discussed the emotional issues.
Where did the 4 million number come from?
That might come with this prospect. All of that to say, yes, there are negatives that could be coming here. I want to focus on the positives, the what if this works out scenario here for, again, the number one overall player. Everybody wants to say Kentucky needs to get talent. And then there have been people online that see Kentucky still going after Stokes. This isn't over yet. And saying, no, not like that. No.
Kentucky's honestly probably going to be looking at G League players if that bill get passed for real.
Don't get talent like that. You're telling me you don't want the best overall player? You're telling me you don't want the best high school prospect in America? Are you kidding me? If you look at currently, and I'll pull this up because I love Ken Pom. If you want to look at the Duke Blue Devils, who are currently 28-2, boast a top 5 offense and defense, and are rolling into March and have crushed some really good teams as of late, Virginia, NC State. They also beat Michigan at a neutral site, one of the best teams in the nation. They are led by 6'9", 250-pound freshman forward Cam Boozer, who does everything for them. He has a 25% assist rate. He has a true shooting percentage of 67.4%. He is shooting 40% from three. He is getting to the foul line. He is grabbing offensive rebounds. He's got a 22.1% defensive rebound percentage. He is doing everything for this Duke team. Everything runs through Cameron Boozer, despite them having a lot of really solid pieces. Tyron Stokes at 6'7", 230 pounds. I've seen him listed at heavier. He is a unique, as Adam Finkelstein has said, a unique matchup for opposing defenders. And he does a lot of similar things to Cam Boozer. Now, Boozer, a little bit more of an enforcer, a little bit more of a physical player, but I still think you see that same unstoppability, if that's even a word, at the rim. Stokes cannot be stopped from scoring at the rim whenever he wants to. And that opens everything up for this Duke team, who has a really smart coach, who runs really good sets, and has insane height and athleticism surrounding Cam. And so they are able to have one of the best offenses in the nation because of their length and athleticism. They also have one of the best defenses in the nation. It's actually technically first on Ken Pom because of the length and size and physicality that they have. I would love to see a world where Kentucky goes and gets Tyron Stokes and they fill out the rest of this roster with some of the best athletes that can shoot possible. And you may say that's kind of difficult to find. I understand that. Kentucky's got more money than anybody right now, and they should be able to go out and get just about anybody that they want through this transfer portal cycle to build around Cam Boozer. I tweeted this out earlier.
Heavy emphasis on the for right now with the Kentucky having the money, because the way the season's going, we don't know what their budget's going to be for the next roster.
Earlier, and this needs to be clarified a little bit. But I went on Twitter after all of this Tyron Stokes stuff came floating out there, and I said, if Kentucky does land Stokes and they go the Cam Boozer-centric team route, which Duke is proving you can win with a power forward being like your focus here, or a forward being the focus here, I said they have to stack up on talent that can shoot around him. Kentucky needs athletic guards and wings that can shoot 35+% from deep. They need at least one other takeover guy, preferably at point. And some people said, well, we've already got Colin Chandler and Cam Williams. I agree. I do.
We don't know what Cam Williams' health is going to be like next season.
Do not disagree. I think that Chandler could be a massive beneficiary of somebody like Tyron Stokes in the lineup because of Tyron Stokes' unique ability to draw so much attention, have so much gravity either inside or outside. And he can get Chandler set up on some incredible looks because of how big of a scoring threat that he is at his size.
That's a valid point there. Chandler doesn't get enough looks.
Cam could also be a really, really, really great beneficiary of some type of like drive and kicks.
Same thing with Jasper Johnson on the outside as well.
Stoke stuff that
Jasper's a lefty.
We could see a ton next season where Cam's just lining up stuff from the corner and he's able to get any sort of shot that he wants, basically that's semi-open to wide open because of how much attention Stokes does bring on a drive, or possibly maybe he's bringing attention because he's a good off-the-dribble shooter as well. I think that those two guys could benefit greatly. What I am looking for is, first of all, a starting point guard if Jalen Lowe is not here next season. You have to get an efficient, athletic, tall point guard. You need a, like Duke has, you need a 6'6" guard. You need somebody that can go out there and have that two-way ability and also shoot possibly, like Caleb Foster, 40% from deep. That would be really nice. I understand that Caden Boozer is shooting only 29.2%, but man, it'd be really freaking sweet if they could go out there and get somebody like an Isaiah Evans or a Caleb Foster that's 6'5", 6'6", doesn't have to be the biggest man in the world in terms of weight, but can shoot 35, 36% from three. By the way, Isaiah Evans, who I believe last season was kind of running point for Duke at different times. Actually, that might have been 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. No. That was last year. Kentucky needs to go out there and they need to get a guard that can score and has that versatility. And then the guy that backs him up needs to be less of a facilitator and more of a scoring pop off the bench. They need shooting. They need a threat. They need somebody that can come into the game and actually knock down a few shots. And you may not be able to get somebody in the portal that's averaging 17 a game and convince him to come off the bench, but there has to be somebody out there that is a legitimate scoring threat that you can say, we're going to pay you $1.5 to $2 million. We're going to pay you at least $500,000 more than what any other school out there is going to offer you to come and play 20 to 23 minutes a game and know that when you check in, you're one of the big offensive weapons on the floor, that you and Stokes or whoever else is out there, it's a 1-2 punch, and you can run a lot of stuff through that. Stokes would open up Kentucky's offense for different shooters. If they get the right personnel, this could be a really, really good group. We are seeing proof of concept right now with Duke and Cam Boozer. You can make this stuff work, and you can make it work at an insanely high level. Stokes, with all of his baggage that he has, presumably stays. By the way, we don't know if he gets here and we don't have any issues. And it's not like a Darren Peterson where he decides to sit out every other game. We don't know that that's going to happen. We don't know. Stokes could come here and be a phenomenal add to this roster in terms of emotion, in terms of leadership. He could fit right in and Mark Pope and him could roll. We don't know that. But what we do know is that a team like the Blue Devils have already shown you can get this stuff done with a power forward or a tweener wing being at the focal point of what you do on both ends of the floor. I would really like this pickup because of how talented he is. And I would really like this pickup because I'd like to see how Pope works around him in this transfer portal cycle. He'd be the big fish, and then you can work around him. I think he would be a good get. If that's the positive way of looking at it. We've talked about the negatives. I don't want to talk negative today. I want to talk positive. He would be great, especially for a player like Colin Chandler.
He would be, but there's no guarantee he's coming to Kentucky.
Or even somebody like Cam Williams.
Game about to start in about 13 minutes, my friends.
I think those guys could greatly benefit if somebody like Stokes were able to commit. So he is going to take another, or is trying to set up another visit to Kentucky. We'll see if that actually happens here for the Cats. I would love to see it unfold. We're just going to have to wait and see, though. This has been a very weird recruitment, and it's not over yet. It's not going to be over for a while. Kentucky plays at Texas A&M tomorrow, and this one's a tough one. This one, despite the Aggies playing poorly as of late, they are also desperate. And this is the style of team that could really frustrate Kentucky because of what they do with their tempo.
There are a lot of styles of teams that frustrate Kentucky, but part of Kentucky's reason why they're so great is because they can get through adversity so well, no matter the circumstance. That's why they've been a team that could stay in it.
And their three-point shooting. Let's dive into the matchup Let's talk about this Aggie squad. Before we do it, though, I do want to tell you guys about our friends over at Robinhood. What if sports were traded like markets? Now you can put your sports IQ to work in real time with Robinhood prediction markets. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. You can buy or sell your positions live all game long. Use your sports knowledge in the moments that matter. Robinhood prediction markets change the game. It's people moving the action. So when momentum shifts, you can move with it. You're no longer just a spectator. Play by play, you decide. Trade every play with Robinhood. Now available across the U.S. Download the Robinhood app now to begin. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. All right, wrapping up today's episode of the show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Some great news. Some positive news. Your center might be coming back. Your lottery pick center might be coming back. The number one overall recruit's trying to schedule another visit to you, and everybody's saying, whoa, hold on now. Hold up now. This recruitment's not over. Gonna have to see what happens. And now you roll into Texas A&M in need of another win for a lot of different reasons that we discussed, I believe, on the most recent episode of the show. The Aggies right now, not playing good ball. They started the season off 17-4, 7-1 in SEC play. And the talk, even briefly on this show, was that, yeah, they're probably going to come back down to earth. Probably. And sure enough, they have. They have now lost 6 out of their last 8 games, with their most recent one being a 76-70 loss at home to Texas, a squad that Kentucky has already beaten. And in that game, Texas did not even really shoot the ball well. They shot 33% from deep, 48% inside the arc. They didn't out-rebound Texas A&M significantly. They didn't turn Texas A&M over. They just sort of played just a slightly better game in what was a pretty poor performance from both squads. So you see that even in a poor performance, this Texas A&M squad currently can still be knocked off. They've lost to Alabama, Florida, Missouri, Vandy, Arkansas, and Texas.
We beat Vandy bad, and they lost to them. So 6.
Texas in this stretch, and the only 2 teams that they have beaten are Ole Miss, who is terrible, and Oklahoma, who is not very good. And they barely beat that Oklahoma team. This Kentucky squad is a 1.5-point underdog tomorrow. Why am I still worried about this game? If A&M is playing poorly and they are losing to competition at home and on the road that Kentucky has already played well against or has beaten, it's because of their style of play. There's so much more than just looking at base overall record, which right now they're 19-10, 9-7 in SEC play. There's so much more than overall record and ranking in the conference. There's so much more than just the base stuff you look at. It is personnel and style of play. This Texas A&M team is 13th nationally in average possession length on offense, 15.5 seconds. They are 3rd in the SEC in average possession length. They blitz up and down the floor, and they take a ton of threes. The average Division I team gets 31.4% of their points from 3. 31.4% of their points from beyond the arc. Texas A&M gets 37. They shoot a ton of threes. Their three-point rate is one of the highest in the nation, and it's 2nd in the conference. And their assist rate is also 1st in the SEC. They pass the ball well, they play with tempo, and they score in bunches. Their defense actually isn't terrible.
Let's see what this comment has to say here. I'll go ahead and give him a pin since he's the first comment. Confident Jasper having a big game in his pregame with Tom Leach. I've always had confidence in Jasper, honestly. He started off looking a little shaky at first, but he's young. So, you got to get acclimated to the speed of D1 SEC basketball. But since he's been adapting, he's been a great fill-in for Denzel. He said his game is tailor-made for Jasper Johnson. I agree. I do agree it's tailor-made for Jasper Johnson because Jasper could chill outside of the 3 more. He could worry less about getting in there, getting his hands dirty, being a smaller guy amongst trees, getting hurt. That definitely favors Jasper Johnson.
Their 3-point defense is actually the best in the SEC right now, but they struggle a little bit at the rim because they're not tall. They don't have a ton of physicality, but this is the type of team that has stressed Kentucky all season long. You look at Kentucky's opponents that have done this so far, Louisville, you could also put Alabama, Vanderbilt, shoot even Florida with their tempo, Auburn, who plays with some tempo and SEC play as well, Vanderbilt, who plays with a ton of tempo and shoots a lot of threes. Like, these are the type teams that have stressed Kentucky out. So while Kentucky may, in terms of personnel, they may be better, in terms of momentum, in terms of talent, they may be better. This Texas A&M team, because of their three-point shooting and their coaching, frankly, they are going to be uber competitive in this one. I look at Bucky McMillan.
That's another good point.
The head coach, first-year guy here, coming in from Sanford, and I thought that was a really good hire for the Aggies. And yes, they have been struggling as of late, but I do still think that this was a really good ad for them because his style of play at a place like College Station is going to stress the SEC for several years to come. If he can get some better players in there, I think that he is going to be a legitimate coach for years to come in this conference. The leading scorer on this team is Rayshawn, I believe it's Agee or Aggie, which is actually kind of funny. He does a little bit of everything as a 6'8", 230-pound senior playing at power forward. He gets to the rim quite a bit. He grabs 8 rebounds a game.
8 rebounds a game is a real threat.
2.5 of those being on the offensive glass. He does a decent job of getting to the charity stripe where he's a good free throw shooter for his position. He is a major contributor for this team, and he's going to be the guy for Kentucky to look out for in terms of, honestly, for a team that doesn't have a ton of enforcers, for him to be a guy that is pretty aggressive here, driving and scoring at the rim. He's going to be a big problem in this matchup. Can Kentucky wall him off and have enough physicality down low? Also something you're going to have to be aware of if you're Brandon Garrison. Hello, yes, I'm talking to you directly. And Malachi Marino, frankly. Rayshawn G has taken 73 three-point attempts this season. He's only made 17. So he is going to step out beyond the arc and he's going to shoot. So you have to be willing to close out on that and actually put your freaking hand.
They're both pretty slow on closeout, so that could be a problem.
Hands up instead of just staring at him and letting him take straightaway threes. I could definitely see him hitting like 2 in the first 4 minutes of this game and me banging my head through the wall because Kentucky doesn't read their scouting report. That's a little bit dramatic. Of course, they probably read their scouting report. I would rather not play the percentages in this game and actually contest A&M, who is going to take a ton of threes. You've got some guys that you may be familiar here with. Rylan Griffin, somebody that I actually wanted out of the portal in the offseason, played previously at Alabama and Kansas. He is having an insane...
So we're not talking G League players in the offseason anymore at all? What's up with that bill getting passed?
...year. It's his best offensive rating ever.
What's up with Dink Pate?
During his time in college, he's shooting 41% from 3. He's got an 18% assist rate at 6'5", 180. We know about him. He's athletic. He can spray it. A really, really talented player. I think that he's going to be a problem in this matchup as well. Marcus Hill is somebody else you have to look at 6'3". I believe he's going to be playing most of his minutes at shooting guard. He also a legitimate scorer, not shooting the ball particularly well this season, but still he's another guy that you have to watch out for inside the arc. Pop Isaacs, who was previously, I believe, at Texas Tech and Creighton. He is now at Texas A&M, a solid on-ball defender who averages a little under, if I'm not mistaken, a little under 10 points a game, 9.7. He's going to be another guy that you have to look out for here. This starting lineup for them, for the Aggies. Also, Jakari Lane is somebody that you have to respect. I mean, all these guys can score. Like, all of these guys can go out there with tempo and score. They're efficient in just about every single area on offense. They're good. They're pretty problems. I guess the question here is, can Kentucky score enough to keep up? Can they knock down some of the outside shots like they did against Vanderbilt? Can they go on the road and
definitely
actually show that they can put together?
This is actually the point of the season. They have no excuse to not be knocking down their shots.
A clean outside shooting performance, because the last few times on the road, they really have struggled. I mean, yes, they shot 45% from deep against Florida, but against Auburn, they shot really poorly, and they had a lot of wide open threes. Against South Carolina, they also shot the ball really poorly. I mean, this is going to have to be one of those games where you go in knowing that the crowd's going to be a factor. This is a desperation game for A&M. Their style of play is going to stress you, and you just have to be willing to play just as hard as them. You have to be willing to go out there and give the energy needed on both ends of the floor and be physical enough whenever you need to be strong. I mean, sometimes I see this Kentucky team try and make moves to the rim and they just sort of give up halfway through because of the contest or because they're kind of getting cut off. You need to be strong.
Or the ones getting to the rim are generally the smaller guys on the squad.
And confident in the decisions that you make on the offensive end. And even if the shots don't go in, you can't let that deter you from not giving 100% on the defensive end of the floor. You have to be locked in from the jump in this game. It's a game you must have if you want the double bye in the SEC tournament. We'll see how it shakes out. Big time game in College Station. This one happening at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2 in Reed Arena. Cats 1.5-point underdogs. I think Kentucky is clearly the better team. I think the resume would indicate that. I think their talent would indicate that. But this is a really good coach we're going up against and a team that needs a win. So respect to A&M. We'll see how it turns out. I'm not going to give you a prediction here because I think this is about as 50-50 of a matchup as you could possibly get. The betting lines would agree. Computer models would agree. We'll see how it shakes out. I want Kentucky to win this one pretty badly. 7 p.m. in College Station. Let's get it. That's going to do it for today's episode of the show. You can
It is now 6:59, my friends. Let's see if the event started. I don't see anything yet. Let's see, playing. It's, every time I look for Kentucky stream on ESPN, it just magically disappears. I don't get it. No, it's something I'm missing here. Game hasn't started just yet, but it's 7 on the dot. 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in the drop top, losing the streets.
follow the show on Twitter at LockedOnUK. Follow me on Twitter at @LanceDahl_, and follow the show over on Instagram. That is at Kentucky Podcast. Any questions, comments, concerns, you can leave those in the YouTube comments below. Hit me on the socials. I will see you all tomorrow for another episode of Locked On Kentucky. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and God bless.
No, all seriousness, why it's not letting me see Kentucky stream. It's like the third time I refreshed. Oh, here we go. Finally, it took me 3 times to refresh. I have to turn off the sound. That's a beautiful thing as a guard. You asked me, Denzel, the best on the team. Game is started. Owe immediately breaks away from one of his fast break lays, but gets fouled, looks like. Malachi Marino did an interesting forward tip. It looks like that was part of their plan, like they drew that up in the huddle or something. They definitely drew that up in the huddle, for those of y'all watching. Owe Owe just hit his first free throw. He hasn't been very trustworthy with his free throws lately. Other team got Marcus Hill, Pop Isaacs, Ali Biba, Zach Clements. I've heard of Federico. Oh snap! He got two names. It's the same thing. He is savage. Owe just hit both his free throws, which is a great sign for Kentucky to start. Okay, Denzel guard. He put his hand out a little bit. Shouldn't do that. Always guarding number. Oh, that's too much contact. Other dude lays Owe. Oh, it's already a physical game to start off with. We already know how it's gonna go. It's full court press to off rip. Starting lineup, you got Owe, Aberdeen, Chandler, Yelovich, Moreno. I don't know why Yelovich keeps starting. I don't know what's the plan with him. He's not tough enough, in my opinion. He gets bullied a bit. Boom, boom. Owe just went from a dunk off a baseline cut with a pass from Moreno. Ooh. A&M is moving athletically right now. Oh man, Moreno just caught a foul early. It's not good. We don't need Moreno getting in foul trouble because we're gonna need his presence definitely later on in the game. We can't afford him to be just sitting just for foul trouble. As you can see from the last play, we just got a nice pass from Moreno from Owe cutting to the baseline, easy two-hand dunk. That could be Kentucky's bread and butter right there if we keep rolling with that. Oh man, they just hit their free throw, first one. Currently the score is 4-3. We up. Kentucky's up. All right, you got number 7 shooting his second free throw. And he hits both of them perfectly. They are running this full court press religiously, man. They are not joking. They want to tie. I don't like that shot from Chandler early, but he hits a deep three off of an inbound pass from the baseline. Okay. High energy. You got Moreno guarding up high. This guy will shoot the ball, apparently. Boom, boom. Oh, man. Defense looking lackadaisical right now from Kentucky. We just letting guys get through the lane, coming to a jump stop. Barely anybody in front of him. Oh, we're getting physical on his drive. Oof. It looks like Kentucky's not even trying to. We just got called for a charge. Seems like right now Kentucky's not really trying to put any crazy plays together with a lot of people touching the ball. It looks like they're just trying to get it to their scores and get up as soon as possible. Get up. This is a nice adjustment you can see from the coaching staff. Finally, something we see to impact the slow starts in games. So far, so good from Kentucky. I mean, not everything looking positive, but no reason to be worried just yet. Mark Pope talking to the rest, making sure he's in their ears early, trying to establish a good relationship so he doesn't get screwed over like he has been in past this season. And got fined $25,000 for him. Right now, they seem to be discussing a call. I think it's the Owe charge. Let's see if we can listen in real quick. Yeah, they're discussing whether or not it's above the restricted art in order to call a charge. And his feet weren't really set. Like, it's a very hard call. I'm not gonna lie to you. So either way it goes, I'm not gonna be too pressed about it. Shows high IQ though. You gotta admit. Let's listen in more. Wow, so a great call or a great challenge from Kentucky to get that foul overturned, going from a charge on a star player to a foul on a star player on the opposite end. Wow, that's great coaching right there. It's a great team. All out, all around. The other guy seems to be super surprised that I got that call after the challenge. Oh, he hit his third three in a row. It's a good day if our star point guard is hitting his free throws. Free throws, I meant not three. He's getting his fourth free throw. Let's see. Boom. So he's at 100% of his free throws so far. Okay, Denzel guard and the point guard coming down line number 2. Aberdeen seems to be getting his hand out on these players. I don't want him to get called for it because you know how these refs could get sometimes. Oh, man. We just lost the offensive board by 0. Now they have a whole nother shot clock. Didn't generate a point, but did generate a foul. Who's that foul on? I hope not Moreno. Once Moreno gets that man muscle and knows how to move, he could be a real threat in the league. He might be able to do something in the league right now, but his potential's through the roof. Denzel communicating with the Yelovich. Move out the way, get the cut, pass it to Chandler. Chandler's operating at the top of the key. Moreno catches it at the elbow. Now Chandler at the top. Oh, man, Chandler just dribbled it off his foot. Yeah, touched the backcourt violation. Chandler dribbled it off his foot, went to the backcourt. They're getting too spicy. I don't even need him dribbling so much. Chandler does not need to be dribbling that much, man. I know he think he white chocolate, but you got to chill, brother. Gang, we not up by a lot right now. We got to re-secure a lead first and get us into this thing. It's 9-6 right now. Oh, okay. Oh, come on, Moreno. Moreno not playing the greatest defense right now because he doesn't want to get in foul trouble. A&M still running that full court press. Team telling them to challenge. They tried to. So basically, Aberdeen bounced it off of the Aggies. And they're trying to challenge it, saying it didn't bounce off him. Let's see. We're watching the replay right now. But, oh, it did bounce off Denzel. And they turn the ball over anyway. Aggie's got the ball. 12, their big man, Aggie. Number 6. Number 3 to number 12 again. It looks like he's on a post up Yelovich would be a perfect plan. That's why Moreno's getting his help. Oh, man, if they knew to exploit Yelovich, Kentucky could be in trouble whenever he's on the floor, but they just hit a big 3. Texas A&M is now up 11-9. Chandler is at the top of the court. Now it's to Denzel to break the press break. Chandler at the top of the key. Just passed to Moreno. Pass back out to Denzel at the 3 by the logo. Pass it to Moreno. Moreno lobs it to Yelovich, and Yelovich misses the lob. He sucks. I don't like him on the floor. That is a foul, Chandler. What are you doing? Chandler's getting a little too handsy. I don't want him getting in foul trouble either. And this could be where the downfall starts. Hopefully not. Like, look, wide open 3. Good board from Owe. See, Owe just wants to get and go. Owe immediately just catches the ball and just. Did he draw the foul or is that a charge? Who's that? Garrison posting up like that? Okay, Garrison looked like he came to work today. Okay, pass it down to the key. Diabate finished strong. It's 11-11. Yeah, Denzel, it's a bad foul. It's a bad foul, man. He wrapped around the bag, and the ref was right there to see it. Currently, we in commercial break. So yeah, currently we're not playing the greatest of defense, and the reason we're not playing good defense is, I believe, because Yelovich is on the floor too much. But we saw Garrison just got in the game, and he's bringing that intensity, that aggression. But Garrison didn't give us a bucket yet. He did. I'm not gonna get in his case too early because Garrison could be a positive impact. I just don't think he realizes his true role on the team. It seems like when he has the ball, he's always trying to orchestrate. A lot of the times, you see him going back and forth with the point guards, not negatively necessarily, but I've seen him, a point guard, give him an instruction and him wave it off and do something else. So I don't know if because he's his second year with Kentucky, he has this kind of, I don't know, say or whatever on the team, but I've seen him do that, and I'm not sure if it's necessarily a good thing. It doesn't really make me confident considering his output and his stats. I let the numbers do the talking, man. I look at the stat lines, and then I see the players interact on the court. I see the personalities and how they play, and I see if it makes sense. Like when you look at Garrison on paper and then you look at him on court, it does not make sense at all. Him being a second year player, as tall as he is, he should be a way bigger impact than he is for Kentucky. But we see a lot of turnovers come from him, and we see a lot of fouls come from him, and there's just a lot of, like, you see him arguing a lot with the other teams and stuff. It seems like a bad, like, stigma that follows him in always sometimes in terms of there's good aggression and there's negative aggression, like when it's off ball, off the whistle, again in players' faces, in the free throw line and stuff like that. Like, stuff is unnecessary. Just play ball. Hoop. We hoopers, right? It's hoop. So yeah, I think that could be unnecessary, but if you translate that energy positively, play hard defense, don't care about these press breaks. They're running a full court press right now on Kentucky. All they got to do is pass through it, but they have the talent to dribble through it and stuff like that. But that's just not what you're supposed to do fundamentally. Okay, you're trying to break the press. Away. Diabate above the three. More Diabate and Ramadan as well. Kicks it out to Chandler. 13 to shoot. Diabate has it a little too long, in my opinion. Goes up strong, gets a buck. Good bucket from Diabate. foul for a second. Inbound the ball. Aggies catch the ball. Intercepted by Owe. Kentucky has the ball. Throws a lob to Garrison. Garrison catches a foul. So far, positive start from Kentucky, but only up by one. Oh, see another turnover from Garrison, and it's always at the worst times. It's exactly what I'm talking about, and it turns into a point on the other end, or almost a point on the other end. I'm sorry, but I believe Aggies have the ball. Ugh, all from a turnover, man. Only up by one. Jasper to Diabate. I don't like Diabate operating at the top of the 3 like that. Get it to a guard. Exactly. Got it back to Jasper. Diabate going back down to the post and was actually open for a split second, but nobody saw Jasper wide open for a split second. Steps back, creates a 3, hits it. Nice left-handed step back from Jasper. Maggie's at a ball to their point guard. Okay, Jasper playing good defense. And he's not afraid to get physical right now, even with people bigger than him. Who it just got screened hard. Okay. Kentucky just secured the ball off a miss. Lobs to Garrison. 1-2. Finishes strong. That's all you got to do, Garrison. Good outlet. Keep it simple. Good pass from Colin with a long ball. Colin got vision. Just all he got to do is work on his little handle. Just get his handle sharp in the offseason. Colin could league him. Just put him in the league. Oh, don't jump for that, Colin. Yeah, good. Stay in front, Mo. Jasper D in number 2. Switch. Oh, you got Garrison. They know it's a mismatch, and you get a buck. Yeah, Garrison is low key a defensive liability at times. Good finish from Garrison. Inbound play. Oh, they missed their inbound play to Aggies. Oh, they got it right back though. New shot clock. Pass it to 33. They pass it to their guard 0. Boom, boom. Almost a tough finish. Trent Noah just got the rebound to Chandler. Oh, I think Chandler just turned it over. Okay, now he gets tipped out by the Aggies. What's the call? They just called some BS on Jasper. Somebody got physical with him and they turned the ball over, basically. Fouls like that are turnovers. A little unnecessary, but I wouldn't have called a foul like that. I used the ball, shot a three. Ooh, Diabate scored a nice board. Jasper trying to get down the court. Ooh, Garrison finished strong. Garrison, thank you. That's all it is to break that full court press. Oh yeah, they slipped up. Thank you. Garrison, give the ball up. Thank you. Get it to a guard. Yeah, exactly. Don't even pass it right back to Garrison. Got it to Diabate. No, this is what I'm talking about. We don't need him shooting threes right now, bro. Get him off the court. Put Moreno back in right now. Put Moreno back in, bro. Who gave him the green light to shoot the three? Now it's a foul on the other end. Or no, it's a bucket. I'm sorry. I think we could have used that possession for something better than a three from Garrison. That's why it looked like they didn't want to pass him the ball. Boom, boom. He almost traveled right there. I don't need Diabate dribbling the ball too much. Look at that. Look at that. Come on, kick it out. Thank you. You got Colin right there. Hit it. Boom. See, I'll live with that miss. Rattled in and out. But you've been that Colin there. Low key should have been. Oh, why would you swipe at that, Jasper? That's such a rookie mistake. Therefore, went for a drive. Jasper got bumped and he swiped after the bump and hit the guy's hand. So it's a foul. We don't need that right now, man. We don't need that right now. It's commercial break right now. So far, Kentucky's up. I don't like the way we're playing though at all. Defense is a bit lackadaisical, and we're wasting good opportunities. We had a nice possession on one end of the floor, and Garrison chucked up a three. We got one time it took too long to pass the ball to Chandler wide open at the three. Literally, your best 3-point shooter was wide open for like 2.5 seconds. Missed it. He wasn't able to get a good enough shot up that he could have got off. Jasper getting dumb fouls right now. Two dumb fouls Jasper unnecessarily got. Now he's going to be in foul. Not necessarily foul trouble, but he's going to be uncomfortable to use him throughout the game now. It's going to put more stress on Denzel. Which Denzel Aberdeen is very good with handling his stress, but like it's still unnecessary. We still don't necessarily need it. It could be coached better. It's just little tiny mistakes. It's honestly, yeah, he is a freshman, and that is a freshman mistake. But we at the point of the season where it's like we got to be elite or nothing, or we gonna get booted out. Really, we don't have room for error. We have nothing but injuries throughout our team. We're not playing with our real squad, quote unquote. We almost had to burn some red shirts this season. Like that was a real talk. That was it. Really talks about doing that. But we're here now with basically half our squad. But we still it was $22 million. We still could compete. We got today. They started off. Let's see if I can get off the top of my head. They started off with Denzel Aberdeen, Colin Chandler, Ortega Owe, Moreno, and Yelovich. Now, you guys tell me how you feel about Yelovich starting, man. And you tell me what Yelovich continues to bring to the team. Because I personally feel like he can hit a three ball from time to time. He can stretch the floor and maybe get a rebound here and there. But other than that, I feel like his impact on the game is very negative and quite soft. And I think it's very easy to bully him and do whatever you want to Yelovich. And he seems like a great kid, but I would just wish he was tougher. And I feel like that's fixable, but sometimes people just don't have that toughness in them. Still like we coming back from break now. Kentucky's still up. Waiting for him to inbound the ball. Bucks about to smack the Hawks tonight at 9:30, huh? And they shoot their first free throw. Okay, Uzel caught the ball in inbound. You got Noah, you got Owe, Denzel Aberdeen, Moreno, and Yelovich on the floor for Kentucky right now. Missed shot. Owe catches a rebound. Denzel in the corner, pump fake, shoots. It's a two. Oh, buzzer beater, but it's only two. Foot was over the line. Denzel cool, calm, collected as usual. Augie just shot a three. Moreno caught a rebound. Denzel seems like he's trying to go foul. Oof. Denzel just basically went coast to coast, floater over the top. Whoa. Almost a travel on the Aggie side. Moreno tried to catch the rebound, tips it out. Moreno could do better than that, man. He had his hand on it. He could catch that. Moreno's a good player, man. Moreno is definitely a good player. And he keep it player. He keep it calm, cool, collected most of the time. And humble. Oh, good snatch from Moreno from the little guy. No, they just turned the ball over almost. Oh, Yelovich gets a nice dunk. That was a sloppy bucket, but I'll take it. A lot of sloppy buckets this game. Paul. Whoa, that looked a little weird. Take from the Aggies. Okay, Owe bringing up the ball. Immediately goes for a 2-footer or a 2-foot jumper. Moreno catches it, falls. I believe it's Aggies ball. Yeah, Moreno fell out of bounds with it. Okay, Aggies bringing the ball up. Aggies looking like they're looking for a 3-ball right now. Pump fake at the three, takes it to the post. Slow rolls. Oh, air balls. Oh, they caught the air ball, but they still got 5 to shoot. 12. Moreno looked at him. Yeah. Boom. Noah secures the rebound. Kentucky ball. To Denzel. Denzel about to walk the ball up. Pope just called something. Let's see what he drew up. Boom. Moreno rolls off the screen. And Yelovich to Owe. Yelovich cuts. Moreno back to. Oh, nice little 2-man game between Owe and Moreno. Number 7 shoots. I guess yeah, we kind of want them to keep taking those shots. And as they do, keep using Owe to come back. Oh, pass it right back, Zell. Yep. Oh man, they not looking at pass right now. Everybody trying to get the highlights. You got Noah open shooter. Oh, that's a good shot from Noah. I'm not mad at that at all. 7 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Number 9 from the Aggies just hit a three. Score is 21-30. It feels like we was blowing them out. It's only 21-30. I don't like LIVESTREAM's ball good. You knew to pass it right back, get it to the point guard. Thank you. Cut through, run some. Run something. Okay, Moreno at the top. To Owe. To Yelovich. Yelovich immediately takes a three. I don't like it. Don't like it. Nobody crashing how they supposed to on the boards. I'm not seeing too much boxing out from either end. Back on a timeout. Currently on the commercial break right now. What we need to work on is getting the ball out of the wrong people's hands. That's going to be probably our next talking point on our reaction to these games is the wrong people have the ball at certain times. Like there's plenty of time left on the clock. We don't need a three from Yelovich. We need a three from Yelovich if it's like less than 5 seconds on the clock and everybody already touched the ball on the side, on the offensive side of the court for Kentucky. And we don't need Garrison shooting a three. I don't want Garrison back in the game after shooting that three with so much time left on the shot clock. When I see shots like that, I start to think players are getting a little selfish. And when I say selfish, I don't necessarily mean like truly selfish, but I do mean definitely a hint of selfish because they're thinking about themselves, they're thinking about their own stat line, as opposed to the team in general. When in reality, if they thought about being a good teammate and the team, all that would fall into play already naturally. Because once you're blowing teams out, the coach will let you do what you want. They'll let the bench players come on. Everybody gonna get a piece of the stat line. Everybody gonna get a piece of their shine. That's the beautiful thing about basketball, but then again, at the same time, that's the hard thing about basketball is you're dependent on other people. You got to play as a team. You got to know how to have chemistry. You got to know how to use that. Why I keep coming on a commercial break? Like, what's it almost feels like the algorithm knows I'm watching ball and it wasted the commercial break for you guys to come and watch. Inbound Kentucky. Get back to that full court press BS. See how Kentucky reacts. Chandler with the ball at the top of the key. Oh man, Garrison's back in the game. Look at a post up in the shoulder to Denzel. Jab step to the rack, 2 dribbles, kicks it out to Diabate. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2. Diabate just goes for a terrible take. Aggies got the ball. A foul. Aggies still with the ball. Garrison got hands on players. Wow. Aggie just hit 25-30. Now they're in a 5-point deficit. Currently, Aggies shooting free throws, number 33. He just missed his free throw. Chandler currently bringing up the ball. I guess that means Denzel's not in. You got him, Jasper Johnson, Garrison, Noah, Diabate. Pretty much the B team on the floor right now with 5-point deficit. I feel like Denzel should be playing a little more. Looks like they just made him turn the ball over. Mo Diabate is dribbling way, way, way too much. Why does everybody think they're a ball handler these days? Why everybody want to be a guard, but just play a role. Play the role. You're on a good team already. If you play your role, opportunities will come. It's that simple. All that extra stuff could be what ruins everything, really. Inbound Kentucky, Jasper Johnson wide open. Not a bad shot. Oh, Chandler caught a rebound and turned it over. You got BYU play Cincinnati tonight. It's actually a good game. It's a couple good games I missed. I got to catch up on my college ball. Mm. Noah for 3. Noah ain't hit 1 3 yet. Man, that's supposed to be his thing. He's been mostly getting rebounds and like defensive rebounds at that. And he just got a 3 hit in his face after missing a 3. Man, he might have to get subbed out. It's every time the beat squad come on the floor. Now it's Texas A&M up 31-30. Man, you got to keep Denzel on the floor more. He's not even in that much foul trouble. Moreno's in foul trouble, and Johnson got like 2 fouls. Why is he on the floor over Denzel Aberdeen so much? Is he injured? Like, I don't know. It's not making sense right now. It's not good enough. Good. Currently on a timeout right now, and we are down 31-30. And the problem is You don't got the right people on the court, really. You got too much of the B team playing right now. You can't, and if you want the B team to play, they can't all be on the court at the same damn time. You need something to hold it together. At least keep Aberdeen there and keep Moreno there. You need some sort of order. Just it goes limp when the right people are on the floor. The other team senses that, and the other coach can see that, so he's going to exploit all those weaknesses. Like having Yelovich, Garrison, Johnson on the floor at the same time, it's not. It don't really make for success unless you got Owe and like Aberdeen there to back them up. Now, when I say back them up, they should really be leading the charge, and the other players be playing their roles and backing up Owe and Aberdeen. But when I say back them up, I mean when the mistakes go awry, and which happen inevitably, it's up to the veterans on the floor to clean it up and control it and keep it from even getting there in the first place. Which I think Denzel Aberdeen does a great job of doing. And if you ask me, there's no player in college basketball doing it like that. But that takes a trained eye to see and a truly good basketball eye to see. A lot of people ask me if he's getting drafted. He should, but there's a lot of people that should and don't get drafted due to connections, politics, things of that nature. But I'm not gonna make any excuses for him. He has what it takes definitely to get drafted. And he has what it takes to go far in the game. I think he'd be a next SGA with better defense and a more cool head. That's what I think. That's what I see. What y'all think, man? Who y'all think going to the league from Kentucky's roster this year? Or what y'all think about Jaden Queen? Do you think he's just gonna ride the bench and get a high draft pick? I don't think so, my friends. I don't think so. What I'm trying to figure out is what exactly I'm gonna eat. Is because I was doing my fast. I broke it with some juice. I didn't even eat anything yet today. Here I am grinding with y'all, elongating my fast. For the love of the game, man. I said I wanted to be CEO. Here I am. It's an entrepreneurial lifestyle, my friends. I encourage it. Don't work for anybody but yourselves. How's everybody's day today? I see you got two people in the chat. How everybody day? We got the game starting back up. 4 minutes, 19 seconds left. Texas A&M up 31-30. Kentucky ball right now. Inbound into Chandler. They're running that full court defense again. We got Denzel back on the floor, though. You see, the coach knows. He put Denzel back on the floor because he knew he was getting too hectic. He got the B team on the floor. It's literally the same starting lineup now. Boom. Denzel goes to the rack, finishes so beautifully with a nice step through after a jump stop that you couldn't stop. Comes to a jump stop, pumps, gets in the jump, steps right through, finishes with a high percentage layup by Denzel Aberdeen. Then you got Chandler playing some decent defense on the end, slaps out the Aggies' hand. Now it's Aggie ball at the baseline, but they wanted a foul and didn't get it. Thank God. Don't need that right now. I'm telling you, man, on crunch time when they get into Denzel Aberdeen, it almost never fails, and I know NBA teams see that. Shooter, boom. Oh, man. Aggies just hit from top of the three. Denzel Aberdeen bringing the ball up, taking his time. Boom, 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 boom. Kicks it out Yelovich, kicks it out Chandler. Hits Moreno. Moreno gets inside the yard to Owe. Their score. Boom, screen from Moreno. Nothing. Yelovich. I'll take a three from Yelovich here. He missed again. The Yelovich didn't hit one shot from the outside. Whoa, Aggies just shot a deep three. We'll take that and hold it, though. We'll take that and hold it. Moreno caught the rebound. Now Owe's got it. They see Owe's got it. They're not pressing as hard as they were originally because they know Owe is fast and he'll blow right by something and get a bucket on his own because that's what he really wants to do. That's his natural game. Denzel has the ball right now. Pump fakes, kicks Moreno. Moreno gets fouled hard. Smart foul, low key. See if Moreno hits his free throws. It's a good shot he hit. Oh, Moreno missed his first free throw. And Moreno missed his second free throw. Wow. Moreno missed 2 free throws, big ones too. We're down by 2. Those would have tied us up. Oh, that's okay. It's okay. We depend on Moreno for a lot of things. We'll tolerate the 2 missed free throws. We're not going to get on him too much for that. Denzel guarding the point guard. Open 3 from Aggies, and they hit it. Oh, man. Oh, man. Always got the ball, bringing it up. Coach just said run some, passes it to Moreno. They trying to run 2-man, kicks it out to Chandler. Denzel at the top of the key. Chandler looks for a shot, pumps. Moreno to Denzel to Moreno. Finishes up, kicks it out. Chandler shoots a 3. I didn't like that 3 from Chandler because we had a whole new shot clock. We could have looked for a higher percentage shot. And immediately to a fast break on Texas A&M, and they get a bucket. Denzel with the ball. Moreno. Yeah. It looked like a travel for a second. But no. Aggies ball right now. $41-32, we're down. Yo, Diabate was just getting into jersey, grabbed by 0. That better be on 0. That should be a technical. Oh, you just cheating now? Inbound and Moreno, minute 18 left. Chandler. Oh, they keep rattling in and out from Chandler, man. He's not hitting right now. Oh, man. Aggie with some good ball movement. Draws a foul from Diabate. I think Diabate's got at least 2, maybe even 3. It's not good, not good. Oway bringing up the ball, passes it to Jasper Johnson. Looks like Denzel got taken to court. To Moreno at the top of the key to Chandler. I think Chandler should be the one getting a break right now. Chandler dribbling the ball to Oway. Oway takes a mid-range jumper. Oh, completely breaks it to the right. 43 seconds left. Aggies taking their time with the ball. And they got a bucket on us. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, champs. It's not looking good for us at all. Oh, man. I think that's Moreno's 3rd foul. Even Mark Pope getting frustrated on the sideline, getting a lot's not going our way right now. We're down by 12 when we were doing good at the entire beginning of the half. and they're hitting their free throws. Body language not looking good for Kentucky right now. It look like a bunch of kids. That's what I see. Look like a bunch of kids not knowing what to do. Need leadership. Who's gonna lead? Ball to Jasper. Jasper breaks the press. 20 to shoot. Colin comes around the loop. Colin with the bottom. Moraine on a post operate. Boom, boom. Got some. Yeah, I'll take that. Moraine, I guess, fouled at the bottom of the cup. I'll take that all day and tomorrow. And they're shooting free throws again. Okay, he hits this free throw. Aggie's got the ball right now. Pass it to Aggie. Pass it to number 3. Left hand drive. Kicks it out to the side. They got a wide open 3. Okay, they missed. Thank the Lord. End of the first half. All right. Listen to what they got to say at the half.